Welcome back to my channel. Today I will discuss about the great homeopathic remedy Antim crude, that is Antimonium crudum. It is a great antisoric remedy in homeopathy. It is prepared from the compound of antimony and sulfur. In all ages and in every stage of life, beginning from the little baby to the old person, Antim crude helps a lot in many cases. To use this medicine as per homeopathic law, it must be accompanied mainly by the mental and gastric symptoms with the other symptoms. Then only the good results can be seen after using this remedy. The gastric symptoms of Antim crude are most marked than all other symptoms. Its main leading characteristic symptom is in its thickly coated white milky tongue, which is found in many complaints. It is a great stomach remedy, and in most of the gastric symptoms are arising from overeating, where there is much nausea and distress of the digestive tract, present with characteristic tongue feature, that is milky white coating tongue. The indigestion of Antim crude is the result mainly from taking pastries, fat food, sour wine, cold bathing, and overheating in summer. The vomiting is frequent and constant, that brings up large quantities of food as he ate, and the patient feels that it will give relief if it comes out. The irritations also related with the taste of what he has been eaten. In such cases, a small quantity of Antim crude on the tongue will often save the further complications and sufferings of the patient. There is a form of diarrhea which alternates with constipation, which is most commonly found with old people, where Antim crude is the only remedy. Then it is also one of the best remedies for mucus piles. There is a continuous oozing of mucus staining the cloth, which is very much unpleasant to the patient. Many times Antim crudum is act as a very excellent remedy in case of gastric and remittent fever. Another thing that I have noticed in many of these cases is that the fever runs higher at night and is related with great thirst, with the white tongue is almost always present. Sometimes there is great desire for acids and pickles, which causes many gastric symptoms. The gastric complaints may be very often associated with mental symptoms also. Mentally, these patients are very irritable from outside, but internally they are very sad, depressed, frustrated, and gloomy. Sometimes the child is so irritable that even if someone looks at him or puts a little hand on him, he cannot bear it. So he gets angry for no reason. It has been found that such patients generally prefer to be alone, does not want to talk to anyone or listen to anyone. He always thinks about his life and future. Sometimes feels sad. It seems that all hope of life is over. Maybe it would be better to die. All these types of thinking can be seen in the patient of Antim crude. There is another constitutional peculiarity, that is defective growth, which we should closely observe. The toenails are brittle and grow out of shape. They are crack and crumble easily. There is also noticed a tendency towards warts, corns, and other excrescences on the body, especially on the sole of the feet and palms of the hands, which are very painful and can hardly walk on them due to tenderness. The corners of the mouth are cracked and fissured. Some of the bad cases of chronic rheumatism have been cured by this remedy, guided by the excessive tenderness of the soles of the feet. Eruptions of Antim crude are thick and scabby, may be developed scaly pustular eruptions with burning and itching, yellow crusted eruptions on cheeks. Cracking of the nostrils are common in Antim crude. Most of the skin eruptions are aggravated at night. First, the troubles are mostly caused or aggravated by heat, especially by the heat of the sun. The patient feels exhausted during warm weather. The gastric problems comes on or are worse that time. such as nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. So, we can say that Antim crude is a hot weather remedy. Second, cold bathing aggravates or causes trouble of the Antim crude patient like headache, gastric problem, diarrhea, suppressed menses, toothache, etc. Child also cries when washed or bathed with cold water. So, when any case of long standing comes to me and the patient tells that the beginning of the trouble to going in swimming or falling into the water, I think of Antim crude first. Examine for further indication for this drug. Now, once again, I repeat the 5 golden symptoms of Antim crude which we should remember before taking that medicine. First, thick, milky, white coating on the tongue. Second, brittle fingernails grow in splits like warts and corns on soles with excessive tenderness, which is painful on walking. Third, derangements from overeating on the stomach, especially fat food, which causes nausea and irritations. 4. Feverish feeling at night. And last 5. Most of the complaints are aggravated by extreme of heat and cold. About the potency, Antim crude 6 or 30 potency is best for any acute condition, but 200 or more is better for constitutional treatment. Thank you for watching my full video. If you like our video, please subscribe our channel to get more videos. Thank you.